I never suspected. It doesn't run in my family. I'd had regular mammograms for years. I don't think I believed it right at first, just because it was just an impossible, just never occurred to me. So then when they said, oh, well, we need to do a biopsy, I was like, okay, I've had a biopsy before, not a big deal, still didn't expect anything. My doctor called me that night and said, sorry to tell you, but it's cancer. And I'm like, wait a minute, how is that possible? It doesn't run in my family. I'd had regular mammograms for years. It's just a part of regular exams. Most of the time I don't even need to be reminded about it. I just do it. I had let it lapse for a couple years, so he encouraged me this year. I think you need to, make sure you get a mammogram. Okay, yep, I'll do that. I'm on top of that. Never even occurred to me it was a possibility. So then when they said, oh, well, we need to do a biopsy, I was like, okay, I've had a biopsy before, not a big deal, still didn't expect anything. I don't think I believed it right at first, just because it was just an impossible, just never occurred to me. So I didn't really expect it until my doctor called me that night and said, sorry to tell you, but it's cancer. And then I'm like, wait a minute, how is that possible? Because there was no history at all.
Probably the first question I said is, okay, talk to us about survivability. What are we looking at specifically? And we trust God in all things, but we wanted to know what is the science? And he had said, well, if we go through all of the protocols that I'm laying out, you're over 90% survivability.
So there was shock, there was anger. I start to plan ahead, like, okay, what are the steps? What are we going through? I wondered at the process. I wondered about telling my family that they, do they need to go get checked, that kind of thing. So I just, made me wonder, well, maybe we would have caught something then. I don't know.
At that point, we had talked together and had prayed together, and we said, okay, what's the worst thing? And if the worst thing happens, Linda would get to see Jesus before I do. And we said, okay, we understand that. We're ready for that. Now, how do we deal with all of the protocol? How do we walk through this together, knowing God will be with us?
It was just very chaotic at first. It kind of felt to us like they couldn't make up their minds. One day it was you need surgery first, another day it was you need chemo first, and we were still going through how many different tests did I have?
2 weeks full every day with a test.
It was just crazy to try to get everything in,
and we understand looking backwards at it that all of the changes or the chaos was driven by what the doctors were seeing. Because initially it was going to be, oh, there's just this one little dot, so that's obviously we're going to do chemo first, and then we may do surgery because chemo should knock it completely out, and then we probably aren't going to have to do radiation. It'll be that easy. And then through the different things they saw, through the different
once the tests came back with the different results and stuff,
and typing it, what stage it was in. And that's when they switched everything around, and it was, we're going to immediately go in for surgery and then go through chemo and then radiation. So,
well, I think it was hard just because we normally create a plan and follow the plan and go through the steps. And with them changing everything at every different visit, it seemed. It was just really hard to kind of stay on focused and stay on task, sort of. It was just really hard. Okay, now we're going to do this. Oh, wait, now we got to do this. Oh, so we felt like we were shifting all the time, and that was kind of up and down. That was hard. It was kind of like a roller coaster for a while. Um, so that was kind of frustrating to, okay, what's going to happen now? Oh, you're low in magnesium. We got to do this. Oh, you're dehydrated. We got to do it. There's just been things that they've had to tweak along the way. So it's an ongoing, flexible journey.
I think the thing that's been helping us on the journey also is that the cancer center staff and our doctors they just work as a team so well together, and they're all very upbeat and positive about what's going on.
Now that we are going forward, one of my things has been one day at a time. I can't look too far in the future because it gets overwhelming. But I look at what I need to accomplish right now. What's today bring? Today is radiation, so I'm going to deal with that and get through that. And then we'll deal with tomorrow when it gets here. Personally, for me, the first couple of weeks I spent a lot of time at home because I was adjusting to the meds and I was exhausted and hurting and all that. I spent a lot of time flipping through Facebook, through the phone, and God gave me a scripture. So, but the scripture was in Mark 2, where the friends bring their paralyzed friend to Jesus and lower him through the roof. And God told me, your friends are bringing you to me. I have an army, really, of friends, family, co-workers, gobs of people I don't even know who are praying for me. And that just touched me so much that these people are willing to do that. And it actually was brought home when I went to get blood one day, and the lady said, Linda Horsman, oh, I know you. And I was like, you do? She said, yeah, you're on our prayer chain at church.
Is we have regular prayer time together. And we lift each other up in prayer during those prayer times to lift up the specific needs, whether it's the pain or a struggles physically that we're going through, or just being discouraged over the changes in the process, just to be praying for each other and lifting each other up. Prayer just pulls us closer together as one, so that the physical things are just little hurdles.
And it's not even a big thing. A lot of it is just checking up on you, sending me a text, a phone call. When they see me in the office, how are you doing? And they'll come over and give me a hug. That means a lot. That means somebody cares. And you have to be willing to accept that and share with people. Share your life with them. But allow people to come alongside you, to pray with you, we've gotten gift cards, we've gotten cards in the mail, we've had dinner brought to us, we've had, like he said, the ladies have sent home samples of all kinds of things for us to try. You have to be open to that. You have to be willing to be on the receiving end. We talked about that at home, that it's hard when you're always the giver and suddenly you have to learn to graciously receive. And that's humbling. But it's also very touching. It blows me away how people have loved on me the last few months.
A group gave Linda a sunshine box where they said, during radiation, you're only allowed to open one after every treatment. And there's been this kind of excitement in getting to come home and unwrap one of those things after the radiation treatment. And that's been just to lift spirits.
I'm grateful for Gilead. I'm grateful that I work here. I think God put me here for such a time as this.
So even though it was a little bit chaotic and wondering, okay, what are they going to say next? Like, but you know what? With the Lord and with what we've been through, we're prepared to handle it. We're a team. We are one.